Welcome back to Passlite Insight Academy. So today we're having bearing and distance. And before we continue with this, don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, please. And that is what is going to encourage us to do more of these videos. Bearing and distance. There are two types of bearing and distance. We have the compass bearing and 3 digits bearing. The compass one is also known as cardinal points, and the 3 digits bearing is also known as true bearing. The first thing for you to understand is that you need to understand the 4 cardinal points. This is your 4 cardinal points: your north, your south, east, and your west. These are the 4 cardinal points that we have. So, what is the angle? The angle from here to here is 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. This is another 90 degrees. This is another 90 degrees. This is another 90 degrees. And at the same time, you can sum them up to have something this way: north, south, east, west. From here to here is 90. From the beginning to this point is 180 degrees. From the beginning again to this particular point is 270 degrees. And lastly, from the beginning to the last part is 360 degrees. So if you understand this has given you like 50% knowledge on bearing and distance. And another thing, you need to understand your reference point. What do you understand by the word reference point? What is your known point? The starting point. We call it reference, or the starting point is your north. So our reference point in every question they're asking us on bearing and distance is our north, meaning that we are all starting from this north to anywhere. So look at the questions now. Let's start with compass bearing. Compass bearing, for instance, also known as cardinal points. So if I ask to represent the following now, like for instance, we ask to represent like 80 degrees. Represent 80 degrees on a cardinal point. Cardinal point. So we are given this question to do. Within 2 seconds, you are done. So you just go there, 80, label your point, solution. You label the point, draw your 80, this is it. So north, south, east, and west. 80 degrees, I told you from here to here is 90. From the beginning, this is 90. So 80 will be on this side. This is 80 degrees. 80 degrees. The direction. Is it northeast, northwest, southwest, southeast? Nothing like west south, nothing like east south. So let's go ahead. Is it between north and east? North and east. Then check the angle. Is it from the beginning? Because the angle must start from the beginning here to this point. Here is from the beginning, 80 degrees. You are done. That is the answer. So if you have another question like this, probably they ask you to do 120 degrees. 120 degrees. The same thing represents on cardinal points. And you want to do that, just do it this way. Your north, your south, east, and west. So that is what you're having. So when you have something like that, 120, from here to here is 90. I've explained that already. So 120 will be on this side. So this is 120. Very straight line, that is 120. So this is 120. From the beginning to this point is 120 degrees. Now you need the point. Our reference point here is either southwest, southeast. South, east is in between south and east. Then look at the angle there. We need this angle because the angle must be closer to the south, or that is the starting point here. Your starting point there is south, here is north. It must be closer to the origin. So here now this is south, so look for this angle. And if here is 120, from the total I told you, from here to here is 180. So that means if you want to get this particular angle, just tell us 180 minus 120 is 60. So the one closer to your south is 60 degrees. So that is 60 degrees southeast. Also, we also have something like this. So the third one, let's work on like 240 degrees. The same way. So from the beginning, this is north, south, east, west. Then we are having from here to here is 90. Here to here is 180. Then you are going to 240. So this is 240 here. 240. So let's say this is 240 because it's not up to 270, because to this place 270, to this point is 360. So this is 0, for instance, 90, 180, 270, back to 360 degree. So if that should be the case now, if from the beginning here to this point, to this line is 240, then I need, this is my south, this is west, southwest. So from here to here, what is here? That is what you need, because it must be closer to the south, not to the west. Because your starting point matters a lot. This south means that the angle should be closer to the south. So what will be here? Then you just go under, okay, 240 minus, this is 90, this is 90, making 180, minus 180. So that is 60. So the angle here is 60 degrees. So your answer is south, 60 degree west. So this has to work on cardinal points. Now, we are asked to do compass. We are still on compass bearing. But now, find the equivalent of the following 3 digits now. The first one we did was from 3 digits to our cardinal points. Now, I want to convert all this answer like south, 75 degree east. I want to convert this. This is cardinal points. I want to convert this cardinal point to 3 digits like all this. So then you draw the same way. You label your north, your south, your east, and your west. Southeast, it should be closer to the south. When you draw the line, closer to the south, closer here, 75 degree. Then what you need is that you need from the origin. Your final answer is that from the beginning, you need it, this is starting point as a reference point, north. You continue adding till you reach this line. So let's go. From here to here is 90. So I'm having 90. Then from here to this place is what? That is, I need this place. Then I will go together. If every point is 90, here is 90. So you said 90 minus 25. 90 minus 25 is what? 75. 90 minus 75 is 25. Or what do you have? 15. So do you see it now? 90 minus 75 is 15 degrees. So then you continue adding. So yeah, from this line to this line, that is what you need. From this point to this point. So that means you just add. Here is 90. So your 3 digits now. Your 3 digits, you have 90 plus this particular one, 15, is equals to 105 degrees. But if you don't use this method as alternative, if you are not interested with that one, if you want to get that, this is the point you need. And you are given here as 75. Then you can just, okay, from the beginning, I told you from here to this straight line is 180 degrees. And you're given 75. Just tell them 180 minus 75, direct. So the remaining one will be from the beginning, because this is what you need to this line. So 180 minus 75, that is 105 degrees. Final answer. You still have the same thing. These 3 digits, this is cardinal points. So that is the difference between them. You still have the same answer but different method. So if you have example 2, degree west, other questions that you have this way. So locate the 4 cardinal points: your north, your south, east, and west. So 62 degree west, in between north and west, you will draw. You will now take a 0 up or down. I told you this must be closer to the reference, which is north. So 62. And from our law now, if you want to get the final answer, we'll start adding from the beginning, from the reference point. This is the reference point. We start adding, what is this, to this, to this, to this, until we reach this line, until we reach that line. So the shortcut is that we can also, okay, 360 minus 62 degree. Then you have your answer. That is 298 degree. That is 3 digits. Then if you want to do that, you can be adding. Here is 90. Here is 90. Plus here is 90. 90. Here is 90. 90. Then you look at the remaining parts of this, because here too is 90 and they remove 62. It's going to remain what? 28. 28 plus 28. So when you add all this together, you still have 298. So on our next video, we are working on difference between 2 points. The bearing between 2 points, between point A and point B. And don't forget to solve this assignment and put it on the comment section. Thanks.